I normally say that self-praise is an act of ignorance, but this is politics. If you don't say it, nobody will. You've asked me. We have the capacity to develop Nigeria. We have the capacity to rescue Nigeria. And Nigeria will never be the way it was for the better.
Come to Politics on the Wheel with Jade, and this is Elite TV. For those who are just joining us, please do well to hit the subscription button as we bring to you beautiful information on news, happenings around Nigeria and Africa and the world at large. So now, the vice presidential candidate of Labour Party was on Channels Television, and he gave his reasons why they don't want Labour Party and Peter Obi to win this election. And the election has been conducted, and you know, from every evidence presented before the election tribunal sitting in appeal court, it shows that Mr. Peter Obi actually won this election. But then they don't want to give him this mandate. For what reasons? Because of what this vice president have to say. But before I give you that, let me quickly let you know that APC, Shettima and Bola Ahmed Tinubu have responded, have written their address to the courts to let them know their stand before the next 7 days. PDP, Labour Party, Atiku and Peter Obi will respond to that address which they wrote. And the summary of this address was that if the court nullified this election in favor of Labour Party or PDP, that means the country will be thrown into anarchy, chaos, and all of that. And according to them, they cited so many instances, even down to that United States of America, the Electoral College, and all of that. In fact, it was a funny note they wrote. Anyway, I'll place it on the screen, and you can just zoom and see it for yourself. Then, in the other news, the DSS are still keeping Emefiele, the former governor of CBN, that the CBN governor were arrested and so many allegations were placed on his head for terrorism, money laundering, sponsoring of terrorism and all of that. But funny enough, here is what they're charging him to court for possession of a pistol in his house in Metaba, Lagos. Are you kidding me? Is that what you're charging Emefiele for? This is so ridiculous. For all that, you people allegation here and there. Now, this is what you are charging him to court for. Then what happened to Asheru Dokubo? This man here, what happened to him? He was moving with a lot of, AK-47 and all manner of rifles publicly in Port Harcourt. But what happened? He was scot-free. He was in the villa and, nothing happens to him. So I don't understand what is going on here. So now the reaction to that, sorry, if I get the name correctly, reacted to it and said, forget about this. They are negotiating with the former governor of CBN. That was what they did to Dasuki. That is a model of DSS operation. And mind you, you know that the CBN governor answered directly to the president. So the changing of the currency and all the policies being made by the CBN, and CBN is not solely independent. And for that reason, if anything was going to go by sponsoring of terrorism and just as the DSS said earlier, that means the former president Buhari is to be dragged in among so many people, will be dragged in. So therefore, are we going to understand that what Soria is saying is something to hold by? Anyway, that's up to you to think. So back to the vice president of the Labour Party, candidate, in the 2023 general election. And he dropped this message of how he was able to build 2 universities and then while they will not let them get this power. But then they're in court and he's going to do everything necessary to make sure that Nigeria is safe from this madness. Let's watch.
You asked me about capacity. Indeed, if there is any team that has capacity, sorry to cut in, it is Obi Baba Ahmed. I normally say that self-praise is an act of ignorance, but this is politics. If you don't say it, nobody will. You've asked me. We have the capacity to develop Nigeria. We have the capacity to rescue Nigeria. And Nigeria will never be the way it was for the better. We're going to change Nigeria for good. Why? Our records, only us that our records speak for ourselves. Look at the combination. Look at his records. Look at mine. He's been out of government for 8 years. No one has taken him to EFCC or any controversy per se as such against his name. He only keeps waxing stronger and stronger. I don't talk too much about myself, but see the relationship between myself and, even though I'm too small, of course, but the Buhari regime, someone told me anybody who says 10% of what you say to the Buhari government would either have had his business taken away, he would either be in trouble, trumped up for one thing or another. But God's so kind to me, I have been where I am up till today because our records speak for us. We created wealth. We didn't make it in government. No, we didn't make it in government. We created it. We're still living by on what we're able to make. The others do not. The others made their money out of government, their fortunes, their wealth out of government. It is stupendous. They cannot die and leave it. That is why they will spend that kind of money before they die to make sure they buy Nigeria. We're saying no. No governor has ruled for 8 years without borrowing. Peter Obi did. No governor left 75 billion naira 2014 value to his state. Peter Obi did. No governor refused to send for him to collect money from his state. Peter Obi did. 360 members in 2006 were sold houses in Apple. I'm not saying that those who bought did wrong. I didn't agree with the principle. I didn't buy the house. Everything we tell you is there for you to go and verify. With all humility.
All right.
Listen, with all humility, I have built 2 universities from scratch, from nothing. That's why I said, if out of government, I helped in educating 19,000 people. If I'm in government, I can help in educating 119 million. ASU will not be on strike. If Peter Obi can create the kind of businesses that he did out of government, when in government, expect 1,000 to 10,000 times more businesses from him. We have the ideas.
Yeah,
we have the energy.
Yeah.
We have the character. People trust. We have the commitment. People can see. We have the compassion that people can touch and feel. We have the commitment that people can go and verify. We're different.
Thank you for watching. For those who are just joining us new, please do where to react positively to this video. Like and share this video for more, for Facebook, even YouTube, to recommend this video to more people. Thank you for watching. See you